Oh, God. Golly. Woo-hoo. Golly. Popper fishing, baby. That's what I'm talking about. Today, I'm trying to test out a new popper that I've actually never fished before. If you guys were to ask some of my best friends what one of my favorite baits in the world to fish, it's a PopR or a popper style bait. I literally love it. Nice little bass right there to start the morning. Right off that dock, that was pretty cool. Sucker hammered it. But today I wanna look at this bait. It's called the Prank, right? This is actually developed by Zell Rowland. It actually has a lip on the bottom of it. So it's kind of like a popper and a crankbait combined. Really unique bait. I've been wanting to try it, and today that's what we're gonna do. So stay tuned, it's gonna be a good one. Here we go, baby. Come here. Whoa, that fish just came up there and slurped that bait. He really didn't hit it hard at all. Sometimes you'll see that when fish are feeding on smaller bait fish, a lot of times you'll see, especially on a PopR, they'll come up and they'll actually just hit the tail of that bait, and it's really just a slurp. And a lot of times you think it's a small fish and it can be a decent fish. So, see if there's any more. Golly, just slurped it again. That's the little one. Nice little summer rain starting to happen out there right now. Probably need to put some cameras away. I don't know what that guy's pooping out is. This guy's about to poop something nasty in my boat. I gotta get him out of here. I do not know what's coming out of his butthole, but it is not looking good. Ugh. It started raining, so I'm gonna have to switch it over to the chesty for a little bit. Here's the bait that I'm fishing today. This is the Prank. Like I said, it's kind of like a popper and a crankbait, so I really haven't been able to fish it around wood and see if it deflects off nice yet, but so far it's catching them on top. Oh gosh, the bass just hit it right there when I started cranking it. There he is. Wow. Okay. There's something to that, guys. Woo-hoo-hoo. Something super interesting about this bait, and I did not expect this. I guess I didn't think about it, but this has happened twice now. This is the first fish I actually caught. Because it has this little lip right here, once you kind of like finish your cast and start reeling it in, I'm gonna let that fish go. Once you kind of finish your cast and you start to reel it in, it'll actually dive under the water. And I've had 3 fish now actually come up and hit that bait as I start to reel it. That's the first one I got the hook. I feel like those are fish that a traditional PopR may not catch, because I think sometimes fish are just kind of looking at the bait. They're kind of tracking it. And then all of a sudden now, this one, it runs away from them and they just can't help but bite it because it seems like it's fleeing away. So that's something that's super interesting. Dude, oh my gosh, that's another one doing the same thing. All right, not a big one, guys, but the exact same thing again. It just seems like these fish are just watching the bait, tracking it, and then all of a sudden it just flees away from them, and it literally causes them to react to it. Like they have to either decide, do I want to eat this thing or not? I got hit it on the pop. Oh gosh. That was a freaking good one, of course. The bait hit the water and I was looking the other way and he just came up and slurped it. It was a decent fish. I'm sure you couldn't see it from the GoPro over there, but guys, that's why you always replace your hooks on your bait. I'm not gonna lie, I like to put Fusion 19 hooks on all my Topwater baits, all my treble hook baits for the most part. I honestly didn't want to waste money putting it on this bait before I knew if it actually worked. Literally after just seeing what it's done and the little bit of time I fished it, this one's definitely gonna get Fusion 19s. I would put them on right now, but it's raining and I don't don't want to get my Fusion 19 box all soaking wet. Always replace the hooks on your Topwater. On this one, I'll probably put number 6s, just judging by the size. So number 6 on the front and then a feathered number 6 on the back. You know, to me, there's really two distinct ways to catch big fish on a popper. And this is my opinion. I've seen it a lot of times where it's either a slow bloop and then the other time is really like a fast spit where you're kind of working the bait pretty fast and killing it, working it pretty fast and killing it. This bait, because of the lip on it, you really can't work it fast. Once you start working it fast, it just wants to dive under the water. But as you've seen this morning, that diving action has actually triggered a couple of fish to eat this bait that wouldn't hit it normally. The other thing is you can work this bait really slow. It makes a great blooping sound. I really like that blooping sound when I'm fishing around fish that I think are eating bluegills. So a lot of pond fish eat bluegills. Just any lake that you go to where you think the fish are eating bluegills, I really like that bloop. To get a popper to bloop, usually you want to pop it on a slack line. And in order to get it to spit water, kind of more like a shad, you actually want to pop it when your line is tight and it'll actually spit water forward. Speaking of bluegills, or I should say bluegill, apparently I say bluegill wrong. Woohoo! You guys probably can't see, but there is a dead head log right there, and this is kind of what I've been waiting for to see is how well that this bait will come over. You know, is it going to be like a square bill where it really deflects nicely? So let's try that out. I hit right on that bit, right on that log this time, and it came right over it. Let's do it again. Yep, just did it again. I'm not sure if you guys can see that. I'm gonna keep casting at it, see if I can't get it to hang up. 3 casts in a row, hitting that log without hanging up. Yeah, I mean, that one I really plowed that log. I'm really not sure if you guys can see that or not, but it's actually coming over it perfect. I mean, that's 5 casts in a row, no hang ups. I'm gonna cast a couple more times. Different angles here. 6. I'm sure you guys can't see that, but I'm really plowing this log too, and it's not getting hung. So I did 8 or 9 casts hitting that log, and it literally never got hung. So that's really impressive to me. This bait doesn't dive super deep. I think on a long cast you could probably get it down 2 foot. I literally was plowing that thing, and it never got hung. It would literally deflect off the log, and that was kind of a big thing that I wanted to see. Oh man, I'm really liking this bait a lot. Come here. Woo! Guys, I'm telling you what, this is, like I said, I actually didn't put my favorite style of hooks on this bait just because, I mean, it kind of looked goofy, right? But you just can't judge a book by its cover. Let's let that guy go. I'm fishing this on my typical Topwater rod. I got a 7-foot medium rod. It has more of a moderate action bending down the rod. I like to fish 30-pound braid on my Topwater, and I always fish a small monofilament leader here. I actually have 20-pound mono, and you can see it stretch a little bit, but I always like to have about a foot or so of mono with my Topwaters, and it really helps you bring that bait back clean without the braid getting hung up on the hooks. Oh yeah. Oh, are you kidding me? I've been saying it this whole time, guys. You gotta change your hooks out. I haven't done it because it's raining. I've been stubborn. That wasn't a giant, but that was a decent fish. I would have liked to catch him. Seem to be a lot of fish around that dock. Woo! Oh gosh. Oh! I literally hate myself right now for not putting hooks on this bait. All right, guys, the rain has calmed down. I'm gonna show you the hooks that I use to replace the stock hooks. These are Fusion 19s. That's a number 6 right there. That's the ones I'm gonna use. These are, to me, the best hooks out there on the market. You guys have seen it. I've lost a number of fish today, and it's nothing to do with the bait, guys. It's simply the hooks. Stock hooks are almost always bad. I mean, these ones are dull already. Just is what it is. I'm gonna put some new hooks on so I stop losing fish. Always replace your hooks. Always replace your hooks. I don't know if I can tell you that enough. This bait, though, is freaking sweet. There he is. Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo. That is why it is so important to replace your hooks. I can't believe I didn't do it before I came out here. Replace them. There's another one. Woo! Whoa! Whoa! Gotta be careful. Another old prank fish, guys. I'm telling you what. There's another fish. Just reeling it. Golly. Make my next cast and I'm reeling it in and I get bit. And that's just something that doesn't happen with your regular PopR. Whoa! There you go. Whoa, whoa, hang on, fish, hang on. Ah! There's a good one. Whew. There we go. Woo! There we go. That's a solid fish there. I lost like 4 or 5 good bass today. Switched over my hooks finally, and I've landed literally every single one since then. So good hooks. I might label this thing good hook instead of a popper video. Here we go, babe. Gosh, I love it. Woohoo! I hope you enjoyed this video. I'm getting soaked out here. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, give it a thumbs up. Comment below if you have a question. And please don't forget to subscribe. I'll see you guys in the next video.